Today, Ukrainians of New York gathered at Times Square to commemorate and remember all of the fallen heroes and all of the fallen during this war in Ukraine. We're also here to call for American support to continue supporting Ukraine, as the war in Ukraine is a war for democracy, for freedom, for security worldwide. It's not just constrained, limited for Ukraine. It's worldwide. It is Ukraine is the only border between Russia and NATO, and the only thing that holds Putin from going into Europe, from proceeding further, is Ukraine. And our brave heroes, we need more help, we need more aid, we need more assistance to continue this fight.
Why today? What's going on today?
Today is the second anniversary of the full-scale invasion. So exactly on this day 2 years ago, early in the morning at 4 a.m., just like Nazis did in World War II, invaded Poland, they invaded Ukraine. Putin invaded Ukraine. Started bombing cities, shelling cities, sending missiles at civilians, and occupying lands. That was exactly 2 years ago. So we're today to mark this date.
And what have you been doing since then?
From the day one of the full-scale invasion, Ukrainians of New York have been gathering on Times Square, have been organizing protests, have been organizing events to call for American support, to continue supporting Ukraine, to call for Americans to call their lawmakers to support Ukraine, as we need more aid, we need weapons to fight. We're not asking for your men, we're not asking for your boys to go over there and fight against this enemy. We're ready to do it. We're ready to do it, but we need weapons. We need weapons, as we're fighting for freedom, as we're fighting for democracy, as we're fighting against the biggest autocrat, biggest dictator in our current day and age.
Українці, брати і сестри, сьогодні ми з вами тут через другу річницю початку повномасштабного вторгнення. Проситиму вас відійти і зайняти все місце. Нам надали всю площу. Тож, будь ласка, зробіть більше коле, ширше коле, більше людей доєднається до нас. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава нації!
Слава ворогам!
Україна! Запрошую вас заспівати урочисту пісню України! Гімн України! Всім разом, аби розпочати цей захід! Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
2 роки безпечної боротьби. 2 роки з початку повномасштабного вторгнення. 2 роки з моменту, коли російські ракети полетіли на цивільні міста України. 2 роки з початку геноцидної війни Путіна в Україні. Нічний світ, бо це боротьба за майбутнє, проти автократів, проти диктатури, проти Росії, проти Путіна. Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Ukraine! Stand with 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 Ukraine!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Смерть ворогам!
Смерть ворогам!
Смерть
Смерть
ворогам!
ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Сьогоднішній протест триватиме на протязі 6 годин. З 12 години дня до 6 вечора. Протест довга доба. Я закликаю вас, якщо у вас є можливість, і навіть якщо її немає,
Stand with Ukraine! 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 Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine!
слава Україні! Слава Україні! Слава Україні! Every day, every night, Russian terrorist forces continue to commit war crimes in Ukraine. This is an evil, an ultimate definition of evil we're fighting. Putin dreams of a multipolar world. He dreams to destroy the remaining of democracy in the world. He means to create a new world order. That is his goal, his ambition. But it will be unsuccessful because democracy is stronger. Because freedom is stronger. Because Ukraine is stronger. Because Europe is stronger. Because United States is stronger. We ask our American allies to continue to support Ukraine. Give us enough weapons to continue fighting this evil. Only a few days ago, we had to withdraw from one of the towns in Donbass region because we ran out of ammunition. We had to save lives. We need the ammo. We will regain that town. We will regain all of the territory. We will show Putin what it is like to fight the democratic world. He will lose. He will be defeated. But we need weapons. We need more aid. More aid for Ukraine.
More aid for Ukraine!
More aid for Ukraine.
More aid for Ukraine!
More aid for Ukraine.
More aid for Ukraine!
More aid for Ukraine.
Russia is a terrorist state. 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 Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Glory to the nation.
Смерть ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Я хочу всім подякувати, що ми сьогодні знов, уже вкотре, уже на протязі 2 років стоїмо пліч опліч. Ми не здаємося, бо за нами стоїть вся Україна. I want to appeal to American people. Some message. Dear American people, when you ask us, Ukrainians, when war is finished, we don't know, but we have hope. We are strong enough to fight to defeat the enemy, Russian aggressor who invade Ukraine, unprovoked war who created disaster across the planet. When you ask us, oh, we are a taxpayer, maybe we don't need to fund Ukraine. Yes, I will surprise you. Do you know Ukrainian people also taxpayers? But we pay not only tax, we pay our blood for our freedom. And pray to God, you will never have this in your life. You will never see when dying your children on your hands. You will never see when dying your husband. You will never see when dying your mom, your city, your street. Pray to God. Yes, God bless America. Be thankful. God bless America. Be thankful for you. God bless America. Please repeat after me. God bless America. God bless America. God bless America. We are Ukrainian. Very thankful for your assistance, but it's not enough. And one more message I have for the world leaders. Hello, how do you feel today? Did you sleep well? Did you have breakfast? Did you have dinner? Did you have dance? Ukrainian doesn't have it. We all suffering because of your mistake. Because you are the world leaders should be paying attention for geopolitics. You have to help people across the planet and never poke nose to another country like you did with Ukraine. You took from us nuclear weapons and left us alone, naked, disarmed, totally disarmed. And then you promise, oh, I will support you, I will protect you. No. So, I have today signed for you. You're all this game only for your personal political agenda. And dear voters, think about on the election for whom you vote. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Ukrainian people, you are brave. I love you all. Slava Ukraini!
No negotiation with terrorists. No negotiation with terrorists.
No negotiations with terrorists.
No террорист! No negotiation with terrorists!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
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 Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
All right, I'll do it for you. I'll do it myself. We'll get it done myself. Somebody glad me bring this
Stand with Ukraine! 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 Stand with Ukraine!
and with
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine!
Слава Україні!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава нації! Слава нації! Слава нації! Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
a terrorist state. Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia
The terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state. Russia is a terrorist state. Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Душераздираючий бій матерей, дітей, яких Росія вбила в Україні. Важко передати криками. Тисячі українських дітей було вбито Росією.
Stand with Ukraine! 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 Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine! 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 Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine.
Слава Україні! Слава Україні! Слава Україні! Слава нації! Слава нації! Слава нації! Україна! 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 Перед наступні години ми продовжимо тут стояти. З 4 години по 6 годину буде головний протест, буде найбільше людей. Закликаю вас тоді точно бути, а взагалі залишатись тут. Піти випити кави, щось перекусити, повернутись сюди. Хоч трошки відтворити почуття Євромайдану. об'єднаності нашої з вами. Сьогодні в нас тут також є інсталяція. We have an art installation by Phil Butler. Over there it is a cyclorama. Has an image of a Ukrainian town destroyed by war. Once it's completed and ready to enter, feel free to go inside and take a look. It is an immersive experience. We also have this board. 2 years, 2 роки. Напишіть, які для вас були ці 2 роки. Якщо маєте бажання. А якщо не маєте бажання, то продовжуємо стояти. І час від часу вигукувати «Слава Україні! Слава Україні! Слава Україні! Слава нації! Слава нації! Слава нації! Україна! Україна! Україна!
Слава Україні!
Я не бачу, хто це я. Ні, мені так треба, що я
А може написати пацани? Що група мене? Путін здох.